Titans and the Washington Redskins. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. His first carry of the game. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 19-yard line.
Alert! 55 to Mike. Hayward. 55 to Mike.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. It's complete to Fuller. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Under crunch. Check. Hot route. Hot. Slam.
On first down, this is Geis. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
From the 39, Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now, they told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 17-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Mariota. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. You know, last week I remember asking you, what would an offensive coordinator be looking for week 2 of the preseason? Now we're in week 3. Defensive coordinator-wise, what's he looking at?
For the most part in preseason, you're playing pretty basic stuff, pretty vanilla defenses. You're looking for guys that play with abandon, that just go out and make plays and kind of let their athletic ability take over in order for you to notice them.
On 3rd down, Mariota. He's got a first down and more past the 30. Finally taken down at the 32-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Let's go.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Mariota gives to Henry. And an alley to run. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. It's a big run there by Henry. 43 yards in Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
56 is Mike. 56 is Mike. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Mike 56. One. Let's go, D. Let's go.
From the gun, Mariota. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Montez Sweat. He's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Working out of the gun, Mariota. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
At the 24-yard line.
Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Here's Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Following the interception here, Mariota under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Mariota hands to Henry. They get 6 yards back on the run, but still have a 3rd and long situation forthcoming.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Under 10. Hold the love. Hold. Mike 50. I'm going to come back to you.
Off play action to Henry. Here's Mariota. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Let's go.
His team showed up. Hey, watch that. Check, Mike. 54. 54.
All day, just like that. Just like that. Right there. 54, right? 54 Mike.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Watson. He's got Fuller. He's got room to run past the 20. And finally taken down to the 25-yard line. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
And the Washington Redskins first down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Mike 54. Mike 54.
Off of play action, it's Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle.
54 is down, he's coming. 54 is Mike. 54. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Hey, watch that. Check, Mike 54. Mike 54.
Silver.
Another try after the first down sack. Watson. That's going to be caught by Richardson. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Right there. This is it. 19. 54 Mike. 26.
Let's get that ball.
Shoot.
Hey, 31. Hey, 59.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. These offensive starters still out there in the 2nd quarter. You would think the plans for them to at least play into the 3rd quarter, if not all the way through it.
Yeah, it might go by feel. If they have a really good first drive to start the 3rd quarter, they might pull them after that. If not, might leave them out there a little bit longer, but I'll guarantee this, they'll be gone by the start of the 4th quarter. That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A big play there out of Geis. 45 yards on the ground. Preseason game, but I'll tell you, he looked mid-season form right there on that carry.
Get him out of there, Brandon. Don't let him carry the ball anymore in the preseason. He is ready for when it starts for real.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. A shotgun snap for Watson, being chased out left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. On 2nd and 7, Watson. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot.
And that's caught inside the 35. A big play, Mariota to Davis. 54 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the Redskins' 23-yard line.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. On 2nd and a yard, Mariota. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. If you're a lover of offense, this has not been the half for you thus far. Luckily for me, though, I'm sitting next to a lover of defense, and we have had plenty of that, including that interception.
Yeah, and I mean, that still makes it a great game, doesn't it? Everybody talks about if the ball's not in the end zone and points going up on the board, it's not as much fun. I love these defensive battles. Something's got to give with these turnovers. Who can convert them into points?
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there, but it'll be 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day. To the court. It's going to be a long day. Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Check 31, check 22, check over. 22, check over. Hey, to the court. Hey, we got to snap it, we got to snap it.
Throwing again is Watson. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
To throw on 3rd down, Watson. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
A running play on 1st down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. On the tackle, it was Dane Cruikshank. Throwing on second down. Watson. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked by Kevin Byard. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So now, just like that, things change dramatically. It's first and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead because now the defense can't dictate what...
And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out as his guys are on the board first here tonight.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4. Here's Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Here's Watson on third down. He's going to let this one go deep. And, they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now fourth down. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know. But all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
56. It's been a long day for you.
One. Delta.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. That's going to set them back 5 yards. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Our starters likely to be out there for the third quarter as we get back underway in this second half. This is taken about 7 yards deep. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll toss it to Henry. And an alley to run. Derrick Henry all alone. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. And Mariota not happy about something before the snap, so he'll call for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Where are they, team? Right there, 56. Watch the twist. Mike 56. Mike. One. 3. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Where are they, team?
Here's Mariota. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. As we surmise, Charles, most of the starting units still out there for this third quarter. First time this preseason that they played into the second half.
And that's by design. Most of the time by this point of the preseason, you want them to go into the half, cool down, and then come back out and warm up to start.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. From 6 yards away. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at that.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Watson now to throw. He's letting this one go for Fuller. He's got him in, complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10.
Hey, 1 set. Check Mike 54. Hey.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54.
From the 50, it's Watson. Able to find his running back, Geis.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Out of the gun, Geis. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave them with 2nd and a yard. Shotgun handoff now to Geis.
Partner, he was good.
Now Geis stripped. He lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Mike, what's that?
19. I got you, punk. Tighten up.
On 1st down, they run with Howard. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. Again, it's Howard. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, Howard. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Taking it in from 4 yards out as his guys are back within a single score. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
10th carry now with Eric Henry. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on 3rd. Play fake to Henry. Now Mariota. Here comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On 2nd and 7, Mariota. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
And 7 yards to go.
Watch right. It's our time. It's our time, guys. Watch the twitch. Watch the twitch. 3. Check.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Flushed out right. Open man is Gordon, complete. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Josh Gordon ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. No problem there on the extra point. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Now a 1st down throw, Watson. He's letting this one go. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Kevin Byard. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Hey, come on now. Motion. One.
Mariota now to throw on 1st down. He'll bite, and he's going to lose yardage here. As they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Titans. They've got the football. They'll be looking to extend their lead here as we begin the 4th quarter. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Rivers on 3rd and 2. And he's got his man on the out route. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 1st down, Titans, gain of 12.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
To throw, Rivers. Buying time, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Here's Rivers. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 13. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll be a second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now a second down.
Bridgewater to throw it. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. 3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response.
Mike 52, Mike 52. You remember me? Let's go, baby. Where's 52? Watch me.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Got an open man, it's QT. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic. And we're getting weapon. He's checking. Crash. 52's the mic, boys. 52.
Now Bridgewater on 4th down. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. On 1st down, it's Howard. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bridgewater steps away to his left. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. It's picked up by the Titans.
You know, if this is the regular season partner, we'd be talking about just how costly a mistake that was, but probably good for him to get it out of his system right now.
Just hope for him and the team it's not a sign of things to come.
Yeah, without a doubt. Plus, got to worry about making the team. Those types of errors don't help you.
Rivers now after the fumble recovery. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Ryan Anderson in there to drop him, and that is the 7th time tonight that he has gone down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Mostert. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. Working out of the gun, Rivers. There goes a deep ball, end zone. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Cameron Batson, 33 yards. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for the Titans. Point after, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
On second down, it's Howard. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Third and short yardage, Bridgewater. Open man is QT, complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down. This quarterback now 4 of 5 since coming on. It's 1st and 10. Here's Bridgewater. Dancing to his left. Incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. They go play action. Bridgewater gets it to Strong. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. 12 yards there and a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Here's Bridgewater. That escapes the sack. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down.
We better not.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Don't get nervous.
And again, it's Bridgewater. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Grady Jarrett able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. 3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response.
Watch the shift. Watch the go.
Play action now. Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Intended for Marvin Hall. Sets up 4th down.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
Go. Echo. Shift 33. Hey. Hey, check.
Bridgewater to throw for it on 4th. Forced out to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Washington, thanks for watching, and good night, everybody.